Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 27th. We're going to jump right in here. You have this investment card that says, whatever you invest in today will flourish in the future. You have this beginnings card that says, something new is emerging or a new source of income. So, love it. Definitely very good. I think that you could be whatever you're starting here, whatever you're investing in could be very successful for you. Six of Pentacles is my card of like making an investment or, kind of putting energy into something. So again, whatever you're thinking about putting time, effort, energy, or even money into could be very successful for you. I tell everyone, of course, right now, be very, 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 very careful of like scams and things like that. If you are investing your money, like I don't trust anything right now, period. So, I would make sure that you're doing your research. The trick is the Taurus energy, right? Taurus does not like get rich quick. So, again, if your cousin comes to you and is like, oh, invest in this stock or crypto or whatever, I would make sure that you have a good reason. Again, Taurus doesn't care as long as you have like a reason as to why you are making the investment. As long as you did your research, then you should be fine. And as long as you don't, not financial advice, right? I failed math my whole entire life, so you probably shouldn't listen to me. But what I would say is, again, as long as you do your research and can understand why you're making the investment, you'll be fine. But I kind of feel like this reading is talking about any type of investment, like investment of your time, effort, energy, investment of love energy, whatever it is for you. You have the Four of Cups here. I kind of feel this is describing the energy that you have been dealing with for a while, like maybe disappointment energy, or maybe you've been feeling disappointed, or like things aren't going your way or something like that. So some of you have maybe dealt with like a disappointment or disappointing energy in general. And I think you're kind of like healing from this or moving past it. Again, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is equal give and take. So Six of Pentacles says that you have to give to things that return the favor to you, that give energy back to you. And that's what I would make sure to do here with the Six of Pentacles. It's also, like I said, card of investments. So if you are making any investments, make sure to do your research. Also, even with people, right? I always say that Six of Pentacles is like a tennis match. You give energy to something, and is the energy returned or not? I can't answer that question for you. You have to be the one to answer that question with the Six of Pentacles. So make sure that even if you're meeting a new person, like give a little energy, see if they return the favor. If they do, keep going. If they don't, then have a conversation or stop and kind of go from there. You have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel that there is just a general focus in this reading on your resources, on you kind of increasing your finances, or maybe finding better ways to improve your finances. So I do get kind of like a financial energy in this reading. I feel like, but it's a good energy. Again, I think you're probably improving your finances, making more money. It seems to me like you are doing things to improve your finances as well. So financial improvement is definitely on the table in this reading. Not only that, again, if you do want love, you have these two right next to each other, King and Queen of Pentacles. I like the King and Queen of Pentacles together for love, and you have the Lovers right here. The two together represent like two people who really want to make things work. So you could be meeting a person who actually wants things to work. Here you go. With the Four of Cups, you have the Empress. You have the Emperor and the Empress showing up here. So again, if you want a love connection or love in general, could be love coming in for you. Definitely could be a fire sign. You always get fire. You have this Waking the Lion card as well, which would be Leo. But it could be any sign, general reading. But I do feel that for those of you that want love, it's here. I also just feel good about it generally. The two energies together, they balance each other out very well, the Emperor and the Empress. And they kind of represent having creative ideas with the Empress, but also being able to take action on those creative ideas with the Emperor. So it looks to me like you're, kind of balancing the two sides out really well. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Judgment card. I kind of feel like some of you could be getting money that's owed to you. So like if you're waiting on a settlement, like insurance payout, anything like that, I feel that this could be a settlement, or it could just be money that's owed to you being paid to you or paid back to you. So that's nice if you're waiting for that sort of thing. I also feel that I would say that this whole entire month, I'm talking about June, by the way. I know that this is for the week of the 27th, but really for the whole entire month of June, I think that there could be a lot of wake up calls where, people are just like waking up to new ways of doing things or new ideas. We have that Jupiter and Gemini energy really taking off once we get into June. It'll move in on the 25th, but Jupiter's slow. It's still big and slow. And so it still takes time to kind of like speed up. But I do feel that we will all probably notice the difference between, Jupiter and Taurus, Jupiter and Gemini. And I think things could start manifesting a little bit faster. The thing about Jupiter and Gemini is it's like, according to Chris's crappy astrology here, if you give energy to bad stuff, that's what's going to expand. If you give energy to good stuff, then that's what's going to expand. So again, make sure you're focusing on the positive. I would also I think it's a good time to pick a big goal and try to accomplish it, whatever it is, just because there might be a little extra energy for doing that. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Five of Swords. I feel like some of you are not sure if you want to open up to love or if you want to be open to love in general. So you could be taking things slowly, which is fine. Again, the King and Queen of Pentacles, they do kind of, if they are forming a relationship, they would kind of move a little bit more slowly and methodically and, kind of one foot in front of the other. Taurus energy, right? And there's really nothing wrong with that. So again, I don't really see this as a bad thing, but I do feel some of you are finally opening up back up to love maybe. You have this up in the air card. It says, the situation has many unknown elements due to influences of others. You have the small spirit says, appreciate where you are in your journey instead of wishing it was easier or different. Yeah, I always tell a story, when I first moved to Seattle when many years ago now with my brother, it was 6 years ago now, which I can't freaking believe it. But it's we had no money and we were always just barely scraping by. And I wanted that time to be over, right? I so badly wanted to get out of that energy. But it's one of those things, thinking back to it, it was the most fun I've ever had. It was the most fun that my life ever was during that time. And so again, definitely something to think about. It's sometimes I think when we're in those moments, we don't enjoy it when we should, because even though maybe we don't have money or whatever, we still make the best of it and we have a lot of fun. So, again, I would enjoy the moment. You have the Lovers, the Six of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. The Lovers definitely could represent love. I also kind of feel, and we talked about that, I feel that this is talking about the Gemini energy and how it could benefit you. So I would make sure that you're feeding the things that you want to grow in your life. I would make sure you're giving, positive energy to the things that are successful for you. I'd make sure that you are causing growth or, at least doing things that could get things to grow in your life. And really, again, that's what I would focus on here with the Lovers. You have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card of success and a victory coming in for you. So I do feel like there could be a big success or a big victory coming in for you with the Six of Wands. I feel like you could be finding a lot of success at this time as well. But I feel that some of you are dealing with jealousy. And, I think the best thing to do with the Six of Wands is to completely ignore it. He's sitting on his high horse here, but he has earned his right to be on the high horse. So I feel like you need to realize that you've earned your right to be where you are. And, again, I think you need to not care don't care what anyone thinks with this energy for sure. You have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is all about your resources. Again, pretty interesting week. I think the signs that I do later, actually, you guys benefit more from the readings because it's I see all the collective stuff that's going on. And what I would say is collectively, I've noticed that people are very focused on the resources at this time. Kind of makes sense based off of some of the changes that are going on with the astrology. But again, you could find yourself more focused on creating financial stability, creating financial security, all those other things. And you also have this card that, again, it says situation has many unknowns. I feel this is saying, stay flexible in what you're trying to accomplish. Sometimes I think we set out to do something and we don't realize that, maybe there are better ways of doing things or different paths that we could take. And I feel, for whatever reason, I feel the King of Pentacles is encouraging flexibility, probably because he's not flexible, probably because he is Taurus, he is a fixed sign. And, I would just stay as flexible as possible here. With the Lovers, you have the Hermit. I feel like someone could be opening up to you finally. So again, if you're interested in a person, they could be opening up to you. I feel someone's coming out of hermit mode. It could also be you because we have that Five of Swords in the reading. So you could be opening up to people or, becoming more open to the idea of love. And I definitely, I said that earlier and, it continues in the reading. I feel for sure that a lot of you could be becoming more open. With the Six of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for something that you want, really working to create something. And she has no protection from fire. So she's the only Wands court card that doesn't have salamanders on her cloak. And the salamanders in the tarot, all the other Wands court cards have the salamanders. Salamanders represent protection from fire. So with the Queen of Wands, it kind of represents you needing to take a risk where maybe you don't feel like you're protected or maybe you don't have protection. Or really, the way that I look at the Queen of Wands is she's kind of like a card of learning as you go. So it says that you could be on this journey doing something new in your life and you're not sure like how things are going to turn out, but you have to do it anyway. So if there are any big goal, wishes, dreams that you have, I would start working towards those things and like don't worry about the outcome. Just start working towards the change. Even here, you have the Emperor and the Empress, which says, it doesn't matter what gender you are, get out of the house, because you could be very attractive at this time, and you could be attracting attention, but obviously you're not going to get the attention on your couch. We go down to the Death card here, and death is like a major transformation or a major change coming into your life. So I feel for a lot of you, there's like a little bit of a glow up vibe going on here as well. But the glow up could be coming from, you waking the lion, or you kind of embracing a new beginning. I'm pretty sure the last reading I did for you was something about a new beginning as well. With the King of Pentacles, you have the King of Swords. You could be attracting an older person into your life, someone who's a little more mature or older than you. So if you want love, I feel this could be a very solid connection coming in for you here. Like I said, it could be an older person. They could be like a little bit more reserved is the energy I'm getting. So, I actually feel they might be very outgoing. It's kind of like one of those people where, you meet them, they're kind of like more reserved. But as you get to know them, they, really open up and they become more playful or whatever the case may be. So you could be attracting a person like that. And even here, we go up to the Nine of Wands. So this could say that, you could be attracting a person who has boundaries up, or, maybe they've been hurt in the past. Maybe you both have boundaries. But the Nine of Wands is coming up in the good stuff. So I do feel that, that you will kind of like both put your boundaries down. You have this Endless Possibilities card and this Waking the Lion card. Love it. I feel like you're kind of waking up here, Libra. I think you are waking up to your power and what you're able to accomplish. The Endless Possibilities literally just says that the possibilities are endless. But you also have that Up in the Air card. So again, I think it's going to be very important for you to pay attention to, all the possibilities. This guy here at the top of the Two of Wands, your first card, he's standing where he has always been, and he's looking out into the world, but he's kind of like looking out into the world. He's not looking at the world that he has in his hands. So he thinks that all that he has in front of him is what's in front of him, but really there's like a lot more opportunity in the entire world. And not only that, you have the world right here. So I do feel this is kind of like saying, be flexible in your approach to, the things that you're trying to accomplish right now. There could be a path that's, going to open up, and it might take you in a slightly different direction, or, maybe it changes the story of whatever it is that you're creating. But at the same time, this could be a much better path than what you originally expected. This could be something that you didn't expect as well. I always talk about, this tarot channel, right? I had another business when I started this channel, and I thought the other business was going to support me, but it ended up being the tarot channel that changed everything for me. So if I wasn't open to that, it would have never happened. So again, we have to stay flexible and open. You have the Emperor. Definitely could be attracting an Emperor type person. I feel like this person at least has Aries in their chart. I know you're sick of hearing Aries, right? I know some of you don't want Aries, but I would say, for the past like 6 months, you've had Aries showing up in every single one of your readings. So it doesn't have to be an Aries, but it definitely could be a person who has Aries in their chart. If you are looking for love, I do feel this is like a very driven, motivated person. And I think they're kind of like, sometimes they do these readings, and I feel like that the person that whoever I'm reading for is attracting is kind of like a train. It's like this person is going in a direction. So like a very goal-oriented person, but it's like maybe they are very focused on creating like one thing, and it's like either you hop on the train or you don't, and it's that type of energy. And I'm not telling anyone what to do here. It just like, I think that's how this person is. So they could be, more of like a leader, or they want to take the leadership role, whatever the case may be. So definitely something to think about. I also feel that you are finally taking action. We have that Waking the Lion card, and we have this Emperor. He's ready to take action. He has his armor on underneath his cloak, and it kind of suggests that he is ready to take action at any moment's notice, whenever he needs to. So I feel like you are taking action on your goals. You have the Death card, so major changes at this time. I kind of feel the Death card is talking about the changes that are just going on in the world in general. Like I said, a lot of people have been getting death in their readings, and I've just been seeing a lot of this death energy going around. You also have the Judgment card. They're standing in their coffins. They've already died, and outside the coffin is their new life. So they're being asked to create a new life, or to expand with the universe into a new life, and that's what I feel the Death card could be saying. With the Two of Wands, you have the Justice card. So, like I said, there could be some sort of settlement. I felt that at the beginning of the reading with the Judgment card, is that, I was feeling like a settlement or insurance payout. So if you're waiting for something like that, it could be coming in. Justice is also obviously you, Libra. So you are showing up in a very strong position. Whenever we show up as a major arcana version of ourselves, we kind of, it puts the energy more towards us in the reading, and it allows you to get what you want from the reading. So definitely very good. With the Emperor, you have the Fool. I think you are going to take a leap of faith towards this person. I really see this as a person who like approaches you or makes a move. So again, if you're meeting a new person or anything like that, again, I think that this is the type of person who will make a move towards you. They're not going to like sit around and wait. They're not going to play games or anything like that. So I do feel, while this person might be a little bit reserved at first, I still feel that they'll probably take the leap here. With the Death card, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is about, kind of trusting your intuition or listening to your inner voice. She really values her heart, more than anything. And actually, the Queen of Wands also kind of values her heart, kind of. She has this sunflower that is in her hand, and the sunflower points towards the sun. So she is always moving towards her, her joy, her bliss, whatever makes her happy. And I definitely feel you should be doing that. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this unicorn. It says good fortune and friendship. You also have this serpent. It says sly, subtle approach is needed. Every single person, again, has had a card that has pretty much said this, whether it's like the Seven of Swords, which can literally represent the same thing, or, one of the other cards. I feel that there are just better ways to do the things we want to do. I've been talking about third place solutions for like 3 years now, at least. And to me, I think that third place solutions are going to change the world. So third place solutions are everybody thinks this or that, with every single thing that exists. But third place solutions are things that no one's ever thought of before. So if you're coming up with like unique tactical ways of accomplishing things or doing things or creating things in the world, I would embrace those ideas. They're going to make you very successful and also probably more efficient as well. And again, there's a lot of astrology that is encouraging us to be efficient. You have the Nine of Wands. I see two people opening up in my head. So again, I think this is both people. If you are attracting love, I feel like both people are going to be opening up here. It's like both people are the wounded warrior. I think you're attracting a person who maybe has a similar story to you that you have. Maybe they've been hurt similarly. If I can get that word out, I can't. Or maybe you just have very similar stories. And I kind of see this as you two, it's like blossoming, it's like opening up over time. It's starting out as this closed flower and opening up. So there you go. You have the World. The World is an accomplishment. I also feel this is saying you need to get out into the world. I'm pretty sure I said this in your last reading, but I get this energy of needing to give yourself more options. And again, when we have more experiences, when we learn more things, go on more adventures, even if they're adventures of the mind, that's when we really give ourselves options. And that's what I feel with the World. It's like saying that you're only looking at the world from one perspective, two at once, right? And if you open up to the world and open up to other perspectives or learning new things, that's going to be the thing that makes you dangerous here, Libra. And that's exactly what I think you should be doing. You have the Five of Swords. This is a risk, especially in the good stuff. The Five of Swords to me can represent winning. This guy here, he is the winner, but in the good stuff, it would be a good thing. And also right here, going this way, down through the Lovers, it looks to me like either you or a person is going to be taking a risk to make a move towards the other person, and I think it will go very well for you. With the Nine of Wands, like I said, Devil. I think that two people who have been through very similar toxic experiences, and again, sometimes this can be a good thing, as long as both people are healed, right, and have learned from the experiences. The reason it can be a good thing is because it's like both people know how it feels, so you're not going to do it to the other person, and vice versa. And that's really what I see here. It's almost like mutual respect. Like, oh my God, how's that? That's like a major shocker, right? Nowadays, in modern day relationships, can't make this up. With the World, you have the Two of Wands. Everything I said, I knew that those two were connected with the Two of Wands here. So I feel for a lot of you, this is just about you opening up to the world or different ways of doing things. With the Five of Swords, you have the Six of Swords. Major improvements. Everybody again has had these cards of moving on to calmer shores or improvements. So June in general could just be very good for making improvements, seeing improvements actually happening in your life. It looks really good to me. You have the criticism card. So I feel like this is saying like accept valid criticism. If people are criticizing your ideas or whatever, I would just like look at them and say, Do they have a perspective that I don't? Is there a better perspective on whatever I'm thinking about? And yeah, you don't have to accept it, but I would look at it. You have this resourcefulness card, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I would be resourceful. If you can do something without money, or if you can do something to save money, I would, of course, do that. You have the discrimination card. This is a card of being able to tell the difference between like what's good for you and bad for you. So I feel for a lot of you that you are kind of more picky choosy with the things that you're allowing into your life. But again, this is probably a good thing. We see boundaries here. So setting healthy boundaries is going to be a good idea. And again, the whole entire month seems for you seems to be a month of boundaries. You have this decision card. I feel like you've already made a decision because you have that Five of Swords at the beginning of your reading. You end with the Five of Swords like you're making a choice to win. whatever choice you're making is going to win. And finally, you have this appreciation card. So many things to appreciate. A great time for gratitude as well. We still have a lot of amazing manifestation energy right now. So, gratitude, being grateful for the things you have, all that other good stuff is really great for manifesting. But this is a really good reading, Libra. I like it. So, thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.